Hello, my name is Connor Pulling, and today I am excited to talk to you about the research I conducted this summer with Carnegie Mellon's Robotics Institute Summer Scholar Fair. The topic of my research is omnidirectional depth estimation using deep learning on drones, and the title of my research is Learning with Noisy Extrinsics for Robust and Real-Time 360-Degree Depth Prediction. So why are omnidirectional depth prediction capabilities essential for autonomous drone applications? Well, a good example is Skydio, which is an autonomous drone company. Their drone uses 6 fisheye cameras, which have a wide field of view, thus packing more of the scene into one image. The drone uses the depth predictions to navigate and avoid obstacles, as seen when the drone slows down and changes course as it gets closer to the trees. Additionally, these depth maps are used for large infrastructure inspection and 3D mapping. Now, their solution uses deep learning and is proprietary, but 2 state-of-the-art methods in current literature are OmniMVS and real-time sphere sweeping and multi-view fisheye images. OmniMVS is not real-time. There are no current deep learning architectures in literature that are real-time. While real-time sphere sweeping is a real-time non-learning method, both methods rely on specific parameters such as camera position and orientation, which are notoriously difficult to calibrate on multi-camera configurations with little errors. In practical drone applications where a drone may recalibrate after every flight and accumulate calibration errors, deep learning methods would have to retrain, and a non-learning method may not be able to correct for calibration errors. This leads us to the problem of developing a deep learning architecture for robust, real-time omnidirectional depth prediction to mitigate multi-camera calibration errors. Our first contribution is a synthetic data set collected across 11 virtual environments with AirSim. To simulate calibration errors, random noise is added to the camera positions. Each of the over 3,000 samples contains 6 RGB panoramas and a ground truth grayscale distance panorama for a total size of 65.3 gigabytes. We collect raw panoramas so that the user of the dataset can convert the panoramas into fisheye cameras of arbitrary orientation and with arbitrary distortion. We convert the fisheye images by finding the corresponding panorama sampling location for each pixel in the fisheye image. We used the double sphere camera model to account for camera distortion due to the fisheye lenses and caliber to find the ground truth camera positions. Now, how do you explicitly embed camera positions to give a network more information on how camera location affects depth predictions? We propose directional distance discriminative power, which is an extension of a concept in the real-time sphere sweeping paper. Essentially, we calculate the signed angle between the spherical rays projected into their components. A larger magnitude angular change means the scene will change more between the rig and the camera. A general overview of our proposed architecture is to take the 6 images and extract features from each image, concatenate the feature maps with our embeddings, warp the fisheye feature maps into the panorama space for certain depths, and use the cost volume to find the depth values for each pixel. While inspired by OmniMVS, we reduced the feature map size by a quarter instead of a half, and use a quarter of the number of spheres in the sphere sweeping step to enable real-time inference. We also use color jittering for data augmentation during training for additional sample diversity. The results look promising. While our low sphere models took more epochs to converge to the higher sphere models, they both converged to nearly the same loss values over the same period of time. Additionally, we define real time as 20 to 30 hertz, and our model that used every 8th sphere during sweeping could inference in 40 milliseconds, or 25 times a second, 25 hertz. Lastly, using ground truth extrinsics, the graph in the top left shows that the loss values and mean absolute error are relatively stable, even as the average measurement error between cameras grow. Now, to look at the depth panoramas themselves. The panoramas themselves show much sharper lines and a better ability to capture thin and amorphous objects, such as railings and bushes. In general, the model understands the broad depth profiles of the scene. I'd like to thank RIS and the program coordinators, Rachel Burson and John Dolan, for their work this summer. I'd also like to thank Dr. Yayuhu and Dr. Sebastian Scher in Air Lab for supporting me and their mentorship this summer. Thank you, and everyone have a great day.